I ask for the truth on behalf of Paulette Moyer concerning relationship issues. Been in a lot of, been in some online relationships and been conned, been scammed basically, and she's in another one. Is this another scam, or what's going on? She's beginning to get feelings and all that sort of thing. Is this sort of what's going on here? Should she follow it through, or should she let it go? Just wanting to know. She's just wanting to know that if that's what's wisest there. I ask this in the name of truth, right conduct, peace, love and non-violence. Blessed be to the truth always. And we cut the deck for you there, Paulette, and we will move it just to the side. I'll deal out 3 cards for you. The first card is in the position of the recent past. This is the period of time between now and this time last month, about the last four weeks or so. The next card is the present, and then of course the immediate future, the next 3, 4, 5 weeks or so into the future there. Not too sort of distant or whatever, is it? It's just enough to handle, as nearest to now as you can get, really, to sort of the foreseeable future, I suppose you could call it. More realistic that way, isn't it? Yes, online relationships, people getting conned and scammed, where somebody, the latest one I heard about was where a group of scammers, literally Nigerian fraudsters or something, they took a video of a businessman, or they took pictures of a sort of webcam video of a businessman, and then played this video back when one of them was talking to this woman, trying to get money out of her and try and build a relationship up. But they were flickering all these different pictures to make it look like a video was breaking up, when it was actually not them on the other hand. It was all these pictures being manipulated in such a way to make it look as if the video was breaking up all the time. And she fell for it and parted with money, and fools and money are soon parted, aren't they? But then again, when love is blind, I don't know, is it? Or is it naivety, or what? Is it just the fact does loneliness do it to you? I don't know. What is it? What has been going on just recently here? And maybe what does Spirit want you to know about? What is the truth about this? We've asked on your behalf, and now we shall reveal the first card. We shall flip it over nice and slowly there. Notice there the energy of the spider. And the spider represents creativity, doesn't it? Planning and calculating, theorising, planning and things like that. Good plans. Of course, in this particular case, you've had to be meticulous, you've had to be patient as well, probably waiting around a while for results, but nevertheless you've had to be more meticulous, more attention to detail, dotting the I's, crossing the T's, making sure everything's right this time round. But this time round becomes last time round, and then you say, what did I do wrong? What T didn't I cross? What I didn't I dot? And this is it, isn't it? But at least it's made you more cautious, more careful, hasn't it? Of course, notice there that the spider is inverted, isn't it? That energy is inverted, so it means we have to pull other cards the other way round, don't we? The first one is inverted, and notice here we've got the Sphinx here, that just represents, notice there the wings of the Sphinx, and the messages that can come from that movement of messages right now. But really the Sphinx is just warning you there right now to be careful what you say. choose your words wisely, because the spider inverted, of course, indicating yes, you were having to be more meticulous, more attention to detail. It, nevertheless, because it's inverted, it is negative, isn't it? Indicating that probably that's what you should have been doing but weren't. And that's what's the fault. You weren't paying attention, although you should have been doing. And of course you weren't paying attention to detail, you weren't being patient, maybe you were being impatient there. In that sense, and me correcting myself in the sense of it being inverted, you were being impatient, you weren't paying attention to detail, and this is what it is. And Spider is there really to advise you to be patient, but you weren't following Spider's advice, and of course the web, you were caught straight in that web, weren't you? And now of course you've got to choose your words wisely. Spirit is saying, right, we can turn this thing around, we can get this thing going properly now. Choose your words wisely, be careful what you say, pay attention to what's being said to you, and don't just think it's all because somebody says I love you. It could be just because they're singing a song like a minstrel or something like that. I want to just flip this card over here. Notice there an elemental energy, the element of water, just indicating really that your emotions will be at a peak between now and this time next month. Of course, the energy of the signs, the zodiac signs, those energies of Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer there. I don't know if that means anything to you, but certainly I want to pull another card here. I don't know why. I feel as if something's been unsaid, but certainly between now and this time next month, your emotions, it's going to be a lot of tears, I'm afraid, a lot of strong feelings, maybe because you do have to choose your words wisely, because you fools rush in where wise men fear to tread, and fools and money are soon parted, but fools rush in where wise men fear to tread. I think that's then maybe out of desperation or something for that nature. I want it now, so I'm going to have it, and be careful what you wish for, you'll get it. The inverted spider there, showing that you should have paid attention to detail, you should have dotted the I's, crossed the T's, and you didn't. And that was the advice that was being given. You just didn't, and you were caught in the web. So that's the scam, isn't it? Basically, that's the spider there. The inverted spider is the scam. Hook, line and sinker. You fell for it, hook, line and sinker. But this time Spirit is saying, choose your words wisely. Yes, there will be tears. Yes, you will have to face up to the truth that people, unfortunately, are not nice. A lot of people are, but other people on the internet, you have to be careful. Let's just flip this card over here to see what energy. Yes, that's very, very appropriate. Follow your intuition, the energy of the seer. She's from the royal court, and her energy is just saying follow your intuition. I suppose similar to the spider, in the sense of where the spider is saying be meticulous and patient, pay attention to detail, which you weren't doing, which you should have been doing but weren't. Certainly you got caught hook, line and sinker. Nevertheless, you got a chance again after the tears, after getting, no, I suppose you've got to get over it, haven't you? You've just got to get over the fact that unfortunately you're just naive, and no, okay, none of us are getting any younger, of course, and time moves on, and we have to adapt to that. We have to shapeshift, move on, use our intuition, and just face up to the fact that maybe if somebody wants, you know, a love affair with somebody who isn't really, I wouldn't say worthy of love, because we're all worthy of love, but somebody maybe who is just a bit older than them. If you're after a toy boy, I get a sense, I'm not saying that's what you're after, but I know people who are after toy boys, and they're sort of in the 50s and 60s, and they think, you know, they've got the right one, and it's just young Nigerians out for a bit of cash. And if you've got that cash and you're prepared to part with it for a bit of pleasure, that's up to you. But don't be surprised if that's all they're after. We've got to be realistic about this, Paulette. I'm afraid you've got to use your intuition. I'm going to pull another card. I've got to do here because this is important. Whatever's going on here, the energy of Earth, there again, more pragmatism, just indicating really it's time to get grounded. Use your intuition, get yourself grounded, utilize logic, reason and common sense. That's all you've got to do. The signs of Capricorn, Taurus and Virgo are there. I don't know if that may mean anything to you, but certainly the Taurus, yes, if Taurus doesn't get what he wants, was it Taurus, did I say? Capricorn, Taurus, if Taurus doesn't get what he wants, of course he can be like a raging bull, but Capricorn is a hard worker, I suppose, from what I remember, is a sort of pragmatic hard worker, and of course Virgo there, the Virgin, yes, we can all think we're that again, can't we? But sadly, when we come down to earth, when we follow our intuition, I think really you know the answer. Should I let it go? I think you know that is the answer. That's what your intuition is telling you. Let it go. That's the most logical, reasonable, commonsensical thing that you can probably do. Let it go. Yes, there'll be tears between now and this time next month, but in September you follow your intuition. October you become more grounded again, and maybe around that September, October, November-ish, when winter sets in, you realise it's not springtime where we can't all be sitting outside in the hot weather, drinking and laughing and joking with people who we think we're in love with. Then maybe that's when the energy bills come in to keep us warm, and we've got to pay them instead of paying some Nigerian fraudster who's just out for a few kicks, because that's what they are. Then unfortunately this is what it's about, isn't it? And this is it. So let it go. That's the answer. Let it go. Get real. Get a life, and maybe, just maybe, you can move forward, and maybe you have got a life. Tomorrow's sunrise is the beginning of the rest of that life that you've got there, Paulette. You don't have to try and live in the past, because the past is behind you. You've got to live in the future. Well, when the future comes, it's the now, and then it's too late. So live in the future, live pragmatically, be grounded, follow your intuition, and get a group of like-minded friends. And if you, I don't know why you're so desperate for love and romance, I don't know, when you can just have friendship, like-minded groups of people, even solitude. That's brilliant. I love solitude. I don't understand loneliness. Loneliness to me is an alien thing. I think people who suffer loneliness are mentally ill. They must be, because I don't know what it is. I don't understand it, and I don't particularly care about it. But of course, for those who've been married, and of course have had somebody die on them, then of course it's different, isn't it? Because they're left alone. They haven't got the person they were with, nobody to argue with, nobody to laugh with, nobody to joke with. I don't know that, and I don't care about that. But of course, because I don't know it, doesn't mean that doesn't mean it doesn't go on. Doesn't mean that people don't suffer that. But maybe, just maybe, this isn't a gateway to open for you. Open into solitude, into realising that your own company is the best company you can have. Because at the end of the day, people are bastards. They are fucking bastards, people are. I can assure you, other people especially. Not just people, but other people. Listen to me, Paulette, I don't believe in having favourites. I hate fucking everybody. That's the best way be. So laughing and joking apart there, for now, these cards have spoken.